Hello, you guys. How are you doing on this new? It's almost August. That is, time goes quickly. So Monday here we have a new week ahead of us, and we will do the flash update, silver, gold, platinum, palladium, and like a week ago, 10 days ago, we started to include the Dixie because the Dixie at that point in time started to show some signs that hey, uh, I'm in for a counter trend rally. And we should start with the Dixie today. By the way, if you wanna again follow me, you do that on Substack, of course. Again, where we do the detailed stuff, and how to navigate this bull market in commodities in in a good way. The Dixie here again, we started to become a little bit bullish on, when you start to break out. Bit of a deep back test here, and now we rally to what I think is a neckline, right? We have a neckline going across here, there, and there. And it looks more to me like that is going to come to fruition here really, really soon. So you have a downtrend break, you have a bottom structure in place, and you're coming to the neckline, and then you're going to break, most likely. What targets do we get here? What targets can we see roughly based on that? So we're going to break somewhere around there, which means we will go very close to this high here, right? That the yellow channel high. Bit of a small pit stop here at 99.5, but this one could go to 101.5 if that measured move is met. Remember, long term, we're still in a heavy downtrend, so um, we're still long term bearish on the Dixie. But yeah, let's see how high it can go. Silver is touching our yellow trend line here, this one, right there. So tomorrow we really need this one to actually have a green day, and we need it to be, roughly, 0.5% would do in order to negate the breakdown. We did make a slight undercut here today, right there. So we have definitely some bullish divergence there. So we need to get back above here in order to not break down really. And if we do, we can actually see 37.2, 37.3. And yeah, again, overall, we're still in the uptrends, but again, we're seeing, similar-ish, vibes that we have here. We could see that up here as well. So gold is breaking down from our preferred wedge, right? That's the wedge. Um, Ideally, we held here. That would be the optimal, absolute, setup for gold. So again, we really don't want to see that one taken out because then this whole structure starts to fail, and then that is of course not what we want to have. And now we will most likely be in a period with a little bit of dollar, headwind. So let's see how it goes. You could argue that again we are making some sort of like downtrend going on here, right? Something like this. So we definitely need to break back above. And what we want to see for gold here is actually get north of 3,344 because then we are back above. So that would be the next ideal thing to see for gold. So bit of a, this is May. We have June, we have July. So this is a 3 month, early breakdown of a wedge. But let's see what happens when we go for the back test here, most likely. The good thing is still, and that's a big still, by the way, that again, we're coming down in the gold and silver ratio. But as you can see here, we are also getting some potential internal breakage here. And if we can start to break above the golden, the blue, and then the short term here, so this means we need to get above like 88.2, then we're definitely in for a move where gold will be the better play. And that typically means that both metals are coming down, typically. So, but remember, we're looking short term here, right? Looking on the two hourly. We are going to look at Palladium here. Palladium is again up 2.5%. Still with the vibes that we're in like a little bit of a bear flag here. So when we broke this one here last week, again, we've been, short-term bearish ever since. And it's still the outlook here that we're most likely going to see yet another move down, right? We can start to frame the next, kind of setup like this. So we could see another spill down to roughly 1,225, the lows of the blue, but also double support right there. And then we have the three impulses that we're looking for, and we should see the support right around there. So Palladium, excuse me, Platinum here with again a decent day this Monday here, breaking out from this very steep falling wedge. Not kind of sure how I like it, but for now, if we break out and hold here, you can see we're making like a triple bottom here, and we could start to rally, but we did get smacked pretty hard, into the US Open. And it is very important for Platinum to basically hold roughly $1,400. Because if we don't, we will make a bigger lower low, and we have lost the purple as well. Meaning we could, at that point in time, it opens up for like a, roughly 5% drop, which is like $75 or so on Platinum. So yeah, the headwind for the commodities, we are seeing that Dixie 1% move. Um, but in all fairness, I will say the gold and silver is still holding up quite well compared to, again, 1% move in the Dixie. Clearly showing that if you do the gold divided by Dixie, you can see that gold is outperforming the DXY quite heavily. And also you can do the same for silver. It's actually also outperforming the Dixie. So for now, it doesn't mean a whole lot for gold and silver, and that Dixie is going up. It's not the best, I know, but it's not the worst thing because we are on the long time frames actually outperforming it. So let's see how big of a move we will get here on the Dixie. Can we really get back into the 3 digit over basically the next 2 weeks or so? I think it's very plausible for the big greenback, the dollar. Have a great day, guys, as always. Cheers. Bye.